Alright, hey guys, remember CCG back in the video. With this, you're going to be testing the new Tech GENUS support. So Tech GENUS or TG, and let's get started. So this is a one card combo. We're going to get started right away. This is using Rocket Salamander. So there isn't like an optimal way of using Salamander here. I wanted to show you just how powerful this card is and how much it does for the deck. So here we're going to use Rocket Salamander in order to go into Screw Serpent. Then with Screw Serpent, we can actually bring back the Rocket Salamander. Go into Over Dragner's effect, bring back these two monsters, Synchro Summon into Star Guardian, use Star Guardian's effect in order to add the Rocket Salamander back to your hand, then Synchro Summon, go into our level 10. In this instance, I decided to go into Shooting Star TGEX, so yeah, it's not a crazy monster here. When a monster effect is activated that targets a monster you control, I can banish a tuner from my grave, negate the activation, and if I do, I can pop that card. And then if my opponent attempts to declare an attack, I can negate it. I would also be able to bring this back during a different turn. But here, we also get the TG Rocket Salamander, and you can see how powerful it is, so I'd be able to continue playing after that. This is just kind of to show you what this card is able to do for the deck, but now we're going to go into some like real combos that you can do using this card. Alright, so we're going to go into a 2-card combo here. This is using Rocket Salamander and Gear Zombie. So I'm going to normal summon the Rocket Salamander, use Rocket Salamander's effect in order to get the Screw Serpent. Same thing as I did before, get this out. Then I can use Gear Zombie in order to bring itself out by reducing Salamander's attack. Go into Mighty Striker, search out the All Gear, activate All Gear's effect. Then use it here in order to destroy the Mighty Striker in order to get out the Tank Rub. Then we can actually send TG Close to the grave. So the nice thing about TG Close is that, of course, it's a Spell Trap monster effect negate for TG monsters, but if a Synchro monster is banished while this card is in your grave, you can actually set this card. So because we have a way to banish into this, it's pretty solid. So here I'm going to summon out the Grub, go into Over Dragner. I can get the Grub on the field, then just bring back all these monsters. You can see just how powerful Over Dragner is here. Then we can go into TG Hyper Librarian here, and now we can just continue to Synchro Summon, add on to this. Use the Star Guardian as well, add something back to her hand. And you can see just being able to draw. I'm not going to be using any of the cards I draw. These are just purely the monsters that I get through my monster's effects. But obviously you'd be able to extend using that. And then here I'm going to go into TG Glaive Blaster, which is the main like boss monster of the deck now. And it must be Synchro Summon. Quick effect, you can target one monster in the field, special summon from the extra deck, banish it. And this effect can be used a number of times up to the number of non-tuner Synchro monsters used as Synchro material this turn. So of course, normally you're going to want to be using this on your opponent, but because I can use it on myself, of course, once I banish it, I can actually trigger my trap card here. So we're going to continue. Then I can use Glaive Blaster here in order to actually bring back the Star Guardian, so that's pretty fun to see. I get to set the TG Close. So that's basically your way of searching out TG Close, is just by sending it to the grave and then being able to place it back onto the field. Then I'm going to get myself a TG Blade Blaster. So here we got 3 draws. We got our Glaive Blaster that's able to banish cards on the field, equal to the amount of non-tuners that I used in order to summon this card. And then we have TG Blade Blaster here that during either player's turn, when your opponent activates a spell or trap that targets this face-up card, I can send one card from my hand to the grave, negate the effect. And then, of course, I have the TG Close here as a Spell Trap monster effect negate. And this was all from 2 cards, so pretty powerful, crazy things you can do with this deck, but let's go to the next combo. Alright guys, so this is a 2.5 card combo, so here we're going to be using TG Break Limiter, a card to discard, and then a TG monster here. So we're going to go use the Break Limiter, discard the Imperm, summon out the Rocket Salamander, then we can actually bring out our Booster Raptor, get rid of the Booster Raptor in order to get the Screw Serpent. Use Screw Serpent, bring back the Raptor, Synchro Summon, go into Over Dragner, special summon out the monsters, then go into my Link 3 here because I have a target in my hand that I could actually use to summon. I can get 3 monsters out, each from the hand, deck, or grave, so that's pretty amazing here. Then I can get myself a token, search out my trap here, the TG Close, and then use Star Guardian's effect in order to get the Rocket Salamander, use its effect again in order to bring out the Rocket Salamander. Now I can use Rocket Salamander to bring back the Screw Serpent. Then I can go into an Over Dragner as well. And now during my opponent's turn, I'll be actually able to Synchro Summon, go into the Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity. So we're able to Synchro Summon into Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity, and then when this card is Synchro Summon, you can activate this effect. For the rest of this turn, your opponent can activate cards. Also, cards your opponent control cannot activate their effects. So basically it makes it where your opponent can't really do much after this. So we're going to use Rocket Salamander, use the effect in order to go into Screw Serpent. You can just see how important Rocket Salamander is here. Use the Gear Zombie once again, as I did before. Then go into the TG Mighty Striker. Then I can search out the All Clear, use All Clear's effect here in order to get rid of the Mighty Striker, search out the Werewolf. Then get rid of the Close, and then go into Overdragner, use Overdragner's effect, just bring all these cards out, fill up my board here. It's pretty insane that you could just do this. Get my token here, Synchro Summon into Mighty Striker, bring out the Serpent once again, and just keep drawing cards. You can see just how many cards I'm able to draw here. Use the Star Guardian's effect in order to bring out the Werewolf. Again, go into Power Gladiator just to really get another draw in, and then have something to go into Glaive Blaster. And I can use Glaive Blaster, of course, to go and banish the Star Guardian. Then I can get my TG Close, bring out the Star Guardian, Synchro Summon, and go into my Blade Blaster. So it's a similar inboard as I did before, but I just wanted to show you that with that grub, I was able to draw 2 more cards than with that other combo. And yeah, it's a pretty insane setup that this deck is able to do. Just a lot of draws and a good amount of, I mean, you can set yourself with a negate and a pretty powerful boss monster as well. I've been enjoying the support. I'm curious to see how it's going to work once it actually comes out, and how people are going to test with it, and see what combos are going to be discovered once the actual set comes out in the TCG. But let me know what you guys think about the new support. Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Do you think it's okay? And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.